Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a end of month flip for my Louis Vuitton large ring or GM agenda. So this month I will be doing also an updated planner stack because I've made a lot of changes, of course. So I mentioned in the last end of month flip and in my plan with me is I've just been in this like consolidation mode, and a lot of it kind of stemmed from traveling, so I knew I was only going to take one planner. I went down to this, but also I just wanted to put everything in one planner, and like everything essential that I need for daily planning I wanted in one spot, and so that is what I did with this planner. So let's start with up front and then go work our way through the tabs. So I added this little to keep like card holder or like item holder from Cloth and Paper from my most recent order. I love this. I wanted to add this to my inbox. And then I also added these inbox inserts. So whenever something like comes to mind and I just want to put it down on paper, I just want to put it in here. And so this is like anything that I think I need to do and that I'll need to put in my planner or work on later on. So we have this, and I really like this to do just that. I put in 2 sheets of inserts for that and have that up front. And then we go into the CEO Cloth and Paper tabs. So first up is schedule, and then I have 4 top tabs. So we have the yearly overview, and I wasn't sure on what I was going to do with this last month, and I decided while we were gone, because we went to go visit some family, I brought my planner and I was just looking at it, and so I really want this to be a full overview. And so as y'all know, we do plan on moving, and I've been doing a lot of like prep / home organization for it. And so I wanted to use this space to kind of plan out what we're doing and when, and to really keep track of everything. So I broke down everything that's going to be in my goals and ideas section for our home projects. And so this is just the organization calendar and everything that we're going to do. So what we're going to like go through and organize and when, and it'll really come in handy when we decide to move, because then we can also add in like deadlines and dates and quotes and different things like that. So I'm really excited to use that. There's also this 2023 vision, which I filled out just to put in everything that I'm working on this year. I did that in my most recent vision board video. So we have that. And then we go into the second tab, which is the quarterly overview. This is anything date sensitive. This is where all the plans come in first for like events. So we have holidays, like paid time off from work, and then also my academic schedule, and then any travel. So it's all color coded, which I really love. The black dots are the holidays we get from work, and then we have travel as well as anything school related, including start and end of a semester and residency. So a nice little overview of the year. And then I have these 2 little sticky notes here because I'm not sure what we're doing for these 2 months. So just putting it in as a reminder. And then I actually consolidated the quarterly and the monthly, which typically would drive me crazy because I like having a tab for every set of inserts. But I think I'm slowly getting better. And because these are really just to reference and to like do a quick view, I have the bookmark in for the current month, so I can quickly flip through that. And because they're both from ROSIE PAPETERIE, oh, also, of course, everything will be linked down below, as well as my discount codes. I have discount codes for ROSIE PAPETERIE and Infinite Lotus that I'll be sharing, so definitely check those out. But because they also match so well, it kind of looks like it's the same, like from the same package. So in my head, I think that's how I can justify putting 2 inserts in together behind one tab, because typically I just don't like doing that, and you'll see that throughout my planner. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with it, but typically I would like to do like multiple tabs and separate them all, but I really like having these together. So we have that, and then we have these week on 2-page inserts that I changed this month. So I went from these week on 1-page inserts that were like my main like inserts. These, I've used these ever since I had a GM agenda and I loved them, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. And you guys, I've absolutely been loving these. I'm a list person, and so it's nice to be able to break out my lists and then also just break down everything in the weeks in these. So I've just been loving them. So here's this current week that I'm filming. We were traveling, so these are pretty empty, but as y'all can see, I'm like living in these. Like these are way more filled out than my other ones. And I think it's just really because I have the space for everything for my weeks. And these are my main inserts that I use every day. So loving these. And then I just set this up in my most recent plan with me. But I love the categories and how I can change them up each week based on whatever's going on during the week. And yeah, I'm in love with it. So we have these. And then the fourth section is now a daily section. So typically I've always talked about I don't like dailies in my GM because I feel like it's a waste. I'm just in love with these dailies from May Paper Co. So I don't know how long these are going to stay in here. Of course, everything is always subject to change on this channel. But I really love these, and I got the undated, so there's less pressure. I print out multiple because I think also what it is that when I see like undated inserts, I'm like, oh, well, I just want to save them. And so, especially if I only put like one or two, so I have to put in like multiples. So I'm like, okay, it's okay to come in here and use the plan. I'm sorry, to plan everything out and use it for the day. I'll probably only use these on really busy days, especially since we have these like organizing days that I'm like focused on doing a lot of different things. Like today that I'm filming this, we actually just got back last night from our trip. And so today is definitely a day where there's a lot going on. We have to grocery shop. We have to, I was trying to get all this content filmed, and I want to start organizing because I'm just in that organization mode. So perfect use for this day. But there's days probably like next week Tuesday where I don't really have anything. Like I probably won't use it, but I just love these so much. I've just recently discovered May Paper Co. and absolutely love her, and you'll see that in all of my other tabs is that I've added a lot of her inserts. And so we have that. And then we go into lists, and this is my academic section. And again, I switched out for these May Paper Co. monthly inserts. I don't know why, I just love them. I love this font. If y'all see like my intro and everything, it looks like my font. It's a little bit different, but I think that's why I love it. I just love the fonts. And so this has been perfect for school, keeping it very simple, very minimal, with just a month on one page and highlighting the deadlines to keep it slim, and that way I can keep a lot of stuff in here, and then adding sticky notes when needed. So really loving those. And then we have our project section. So this has changed slightly. So this was my home project section, and that's why when I talk about home projects, I keep wanting to like switch to the tab, but I decided to move it. And instead we now have my content section. So this was initially I always use the projects tab for blogging, and I moved it to miscellaneous, but now I have a note section back there that we'll get to. So I'm kind of just going back to like older like types of setups, but I have these year on, I don't know what they're called. They're like a yearly overview, and they map out each day. And so this is my YouTube schedule, and got a lot of videos going out for you guys, which I've really been loving since I've been in the routine of recording everything. I hope you guys are loving all of the different content. I know I've gotten like a lot of feedback, people liking the consistency, so I'm trying, guys. But this has also really helped with that because I can plan out what's going out when I have a view of like weekends, days, and when I haven't uploaded, when was the last time I did something. Like, it's great to have this in here. And then behind this is what I meant with, I also added these inserts for my paper coat, and typically I would add like a divider or something between these two, but I'm getting better. But these are these project inserts, and I got this idea from Jesus Lou. I'll have her information down below. She was talking about in her GM setup that she's using the My Paper Co YouTube inserts, and then these for content planning, and you can write out everything. And so I really like this because this is a great like work in progress tracker. So this is the schedule, and so y'all will see like in my weeklies I'll put where am I at? So I'll put like content prepped or schedule, content plan. And so that's me planning this part out. And then when it comes to actually filming, this is great to be able to come in here and also just write down all the ideas. So because this is the schedule, if I have an idea for, like here's one, updated SLG collection, and then I want to do like a mini handbag review, I can just write these all out. And that way, instead of having like so many different like note inserts to write down different ideas, I have one sheet and then I can actually plan out when I'm going to do them, and I can refer to my schedule. So these are new. I just added these, but I really think this is going to be great for planning out content, especially since, as y'all know, we'll be traveling a lot this year, I feel like. And so I think this is going to be great, especially when I need to pre-plan and prep and content batch. So we have these, and I printed out a few, again, just so I'm not afraid to use it. That's just something that I've learned that I have to do. But we have that, and then we go into the finance section. So this is going to be a finance overview. Again, found these inserts from PAPETERIE, and it's going to be a nice review of everything that came in, what went to expenses, what went to debt, what went to savings, and then what went to giving. I know it's really low, but we're working on debt, and this amount will get higher, but I think it's just nice to do a little overview. One thing that I do want to mention though with the giving, whenever there's a Girl Scout booth, highly recommend just tipping them, because that goes to the girls in the troop. That's something that I always like to do, is to give them either, like, I think I spent 10 each time I went, and then gave them a 20 and let them keep the change. Something, or it doesn't even have to be 10, like 5 or like an extra $1. It goes to them. I was a Girl Scout, and I always loved when people did that because it just helped. So yeah, I like just doing that and giving extra when we can. So I did that, and then kids just get me. And then one of my old bosses, her daughter was doing a fundraiser for cancer, and so I had to like, she was asking for like $25 donations, and so I was like, oh, I'll do that. Yeah, like kids just get me when it comes to giving. But anyways, wanted to throw that in there. But we have that, and then this budget overview from ROSIE PAPETERIE. So I found these when I was digging through inserts, to be completely honest, and I was like, oh, I think I can really have like a nice breakdown for this, and this will be great to put in here. So I re-added these, and then again, of course, I have my finance videos where I can go a little bit more in depth in these, and we'll set these up. Then again, I put in these PAPETERIE inserts for my monthly overview. These are the same ones in the academic. I just love them, and they're very multi-purpose, but this is where all of my joint expenses and major expenses are coming out. And then there's these variable bills, which really got me into PAPETERIE, because you can put the amount and what's paid. And because I'm doing extra payments, I blurred out the second 6 weeks, and I'm going to be using that for extra payments. So I've just been loving these, and put in all of the debts. And then y'all know I like checking off things. So, because again, I'm just a list person, I love that there's a spot to also check when something's paid. So we have that. And then there's this debt tracker. This is from ROSIE PAPETERIE, and so again, overview, found these, and so put that in here. And then I'm going to be using this debt payment insert from PAPETERIE to track the larger debts and the progress. I'm going to put that in a different video. So that is the finance section. And then we go on to the goals and ideas, and we're almost done. I feel like this is gonna be pretty lengthy, but I decided to move my vision board back here to goals and ideas so that everything's together. And so again, I have a video on this. I'll have it linked below for setting up the vision board, but also for these goal inserts from Infinite Lotus that I added. And so I love seeing the visual. I think I'm gonna have a vision board every year now, because I've really been loving this, and I really like having something to plan out. My vision and my goals has been great. So I have these inserts from, again, Infinite Lotus, and it's just the 3 main ones that we put in here, and which are paying off personal debt, moving to Washington, and buying a home. So also 3 big ones. And so I have all of that in there. And then to go with that, I have these project planner inserts from ROSIE PAPETERIE, which I've been loving. And I did a dedicated video on, which will be up soon if it's not already. And this is where I color coded what we need to organize. And so I'm breaking down the house by room, little by little. Again, I have that overview in the quarterly section. And I just love how everything just blends so well together in this planner with like the current setup. So like, again, this is the overview. And then I have this like little sticky note on the front of what I needed to start with. And then like broke everything down in here. And then I'm also adding like keep what I'm selling so that way I have a running list of everything. But yeah, I'm loving these. And then on the back you have a reflection, so I can, at the end of these, it's like 30 days, 5 weeks, so 35 days. You have a completed and still working on section, and so I can transfer everything over to the next set that I didn't get to complete and plan out, and then I have my to-do already for what's going into the next like phase of home organization. So yeah, really, really loving these. And then we have the miscellaneous section. So this is really just notes, and I got these inserts from Hobby Lobby. These are Agenda 52 inserts on sale, and I got them for my personal and my GM because they were just so inexpensive, and I don't feel guilty writing on them. I feel like whenever I buy inserts from anywhere else, you know, it's like $7 or $8. I'm more intentional with it, but like with these notes, I'm not afraid to just be able to write whatever I want on them. And I have a full stack. I just put a few in here to like save room on, like spare my rings on all the weight, but I'm not afraid to write on these, which is why I want to put them in there. And then I also just added this reading log back here because I figured miscellaneous, it all goes together. When we were traveling, I really just forgot how fun it was and how much I used to love reading, because I haven't read for fun in a bit. Of course, I read all the time for school and for work, but I haven't read like a good book or just something for fun or for personal in a while. And so I printed these out this morning and added them in there. While we were traveling, I finished The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama. I highly recommend that book. I absolutely loved it. I definitely think it was better than her first book. It was just like more motivational. But her first book I still think was good. But that just inspired me to just start reading more. And so when we were at the airport, I saw these really pretty books, and they're like classic books, and they just looked so nice. And of course, like they were astronomical on at the airport, but I looked on Amazon and they had them. But they are just these gorgeous like gold books, and I ordered 3. I'm going to continue to order a little by little. But I ordered Emma, which is one of my favorite books, and then The Great Gatsby, which is another favorite, and then Jane Eyre, just because I haven't read that one in a bit, and I also can't remember what it's about. And so I did those 3, and then they have so many. They have like Edgar Allan Poe. They just they have like so many authors. And so I'm just going to kind of start building a slow library on my bookshelves and actually use my bookshelves for books. And then I want to just have a reading log here so that way I can keep track of everything. And I think I might make a book goal. We will see. I'm trying to take on a lot of things right now. But I definitely just want to get back into reading. So I wanted to have a reading log here because I feel like it'll help with motivating me to read. So yeah, other than that, that is the update. I know this video is pretty long, but there's a lot of changes and I really want to go over everything with you guys. And yeah, I really love this setup. I'll probably still be adding, of course, and changing, but I'm loving this. It's working. I did remove the capsule wardrobe and then the home inserts from cloth and paper because I need this to be focused on what I need right now, and that was taking up space. So I wasn't going to do the capsule wardrobe anytime soon, or like the home inserts where you can like kind of map out like how you want to decorate. Right now I'm looking into getting rid of things, not buying things. So I think both of those will be reincorporated once we move. It'll be fun, and that way, because once we move, like I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of clothes, we'll be getting rid of a lot of furniture. I'll need those to kind of rebuild my closet and then our home, or our new home. So yeah, other than that, that is going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.